here today at Coole Acres Fishery, and I am excited to meet one of the young lads that works here and runs the whole shebang pretty much that I can see. A young lad called Jayden. I'm going to have a chat with him about the water to try and get some inside information for you guys on coming to Coole Acres and how to fish this place, rules and all that sort of stuff. So let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. It's Stu the Predator Angler here, and today I've got Jayden with me at Coole Acres Fishery here in Nantwich in Cheshire, and Jayden's kindly allowed me to have a little bit of an interview and give you guys some inside knowledge of the water and some rules and a bits and bobs of other stuff as well. So thanks for meeting with me today,
problem
man.
at all. It's great, isn't it?
It is. It's a wicked place, you know. I'm dead pleasantly surprised about how pristine it is. I actually said this on my other video on YouTube that I've done about Coole Acres today, how clean and how tidy and how nice it is. Now Jayden runs the whole shebang here, so he is the boss, the god, the king and everything in between on this place. Pleasantly greeted this morning by this chap. So yeah, what's going on at Coole Acres? How many lakes have you got here?
So at the minute we've got 4 lakes on site. They vary from your pleasure lake to your specimen lakes. 2 of which stand out to be, in my honest opinion, 2 of the best specimen lakes in the northwest now. You know, our carp are growing absolutely unbelievable. We've got carp up to 40 pounds now.
That's amazing.
You know, when we first took over the fishery, we only had 130, and since the feeding program's come in, we've really took on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How many are at 40? Do you know?
So I reckon at the right time of year now, we've got about 2 40s. We've only known to have 1. But there was a ghosty out at £39 last year, so they're pushing on, and we had a 37 coming out that we didn't even know was in the lake earlier this year.
That's amazing.
So they're all coming on. Do you know what I mean? And it's all about feeding the fish and getting them on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
And is that just in foxes here behind us?
So fox, we've got 2 40s, 25 30s, but that's just the lowest amount that we think we've got, that we know we've got. Then the other, we could go on and on about what we have got and what we haven't got, but we've got to tell the truth of what we know of.
Yeah.
But obviously there is fish coming out at £37, £31 that we've never seen before, so it's all relatively new to us.
That's amazing. And then you said there's another, so you got 4 lakes. Do you have another specimen lake with big carp?
So I have another specimen lake called Kingfisher Lake, which is new for 2024. That lake holds 48 carp in it, up to £32 8 ounces.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's what it was stocked at, with 48 carp. It has now got carp in it up to £37, so it's definitely coming on.
Yeah, so tell me about Kingfisher Lake then.
So Kingfisher is our new water for February this year. It was originally a course lake. Now it spans in about 1.4 acres in size. It is basically a lake made for lake exclusives, but you can still book it individually. Now that's got 48 carp off some of the best fish suppliers in the UK, Mark Harrison and Ed Matthews. Ed Matthews has a lot to do with Rob Ailes at RH Fisheries, which is a local fishery known to do fish over £70. Like I say, these fish, they were something else, and we had to get them when we had the chance. We stocked carp from £17 all the way up to £32 8. That 32 is now 37 in the space of 4 or 5 months. So
wow, that's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? We are really exceeding as a fishery and trying to get it the best we can.
Yeah, you can see that as well just by chatting to the anglers and chatting to yourself and just having a walk around. You can see how amazing this place is. I mean, let's talk about Fox Lake then, the one that I'm fishing today.
It's very popular.
It is popular. I mean, it's full today. What's the sort of the cats go up to in here?
So the catfish in here, they go up to about £70 now. It is a bit unsure. We did have one out the other day at £65, which is the biggest known. But obviously you have the people what tell the myths, the legends, oh I've been snapped off, my rod's been pulled in. But according to now, they're up to £64 plus.
Wow.
So obviously that catfish within the next year or 2 could exceed £70.
But
at the minute, I would say about £65.
Wow, that's amazing. And is it well stocked for cats in here?
We try and keep the catfish numbers a bit low, to be honest with you. We've got about 50 cats in here.
Okay, that's a fair amount.
Still a decent bit, but with our catfish, we are a specimen lake, so all our catfish are over £30.
Yeah.
So if you look into a catfish, you know it's bigger than £30. Now, most fisheries they'll have tons of catfish. Now the problem with having tons of catfish, they are very greedy fish, and obviously are a predator, so they will scare away other fish. They do you favours, but they do you a lot non-favours as well. with being able to change sex, obviously they reproduce every year. That's why we have nettings, just to keep the biomass down and make sure that a fish are exceeding their weight.
Wow, that's incredible. So there's about 50 cats in it, and it's kind of, you've got like that linear island in the middle, and then it goes off to the back. But I can't really work out what sort of acreage it is, this place.
So this lake, so your main body of water here is 5 acres.
5 acres.
And then your bowl is about 1.6 to 2 acres. So you're talking about 7 acres in size.
It's a
Obviously,
nice size.
What I love about this lake, and the reason we really love Fox Lake, everyone and the whole fishery, everyone's got a feature to fish to.
Yeah.
If you look in front of you now, you've got an island, you've got a gap in the island where the fish could travel through, you've got your overhangs in the margin, you've got your reed lines. There's everything about this fishery that you could wish for, and it's also safe for the fish.
Yeah, there really is. It is very.
You know, you look in every swim, you look over there, the guy's got the reed line to his right, a gap in the island, overhanging tree. There's everything you can wish for here.
It's incredible. Well, I'm fishing across to that island now, and then I'm fishing just down the edge on my right rod. So
let's hope the fish are there.
Let's hope the fish are there. Yeah, absolutely. And then you've got so we've got fox, we've got
kingfisher.
So what are the others?
Lodge Lake. I've got big plans for that, if I'm being honest with you. At the minute, it is a pleasure lake with a hut on. So there's one hut on it, and a couple of like spots for pleasure anglers to fish for the day. But I have got big plans coming in 2025. So
that's good. Good to know that. Yeah, keep tuned for that one.
It's a big thing. It's going to be great.
So if somebody wants to come fishing for the day on any lake, what sort of money are we paying?
So some people don't like it, some people do. Obviously, every fishery has a price range. If you're looking for a cheap fishery,
this ain't it.
This isn't it. You know, being truthful with you, we made it the best fishery possible at a premium price.
Absolutely agree.
Now, some people, if you want to go and catch carp that are not very in good condition, every carp in our lake is pristine, and if they're not pristine in the netting, we simply sang them on or remove them off the fishery to another fishery. It's just, I'm trying to keep the anglers, I'm trying to keep premium anglers on here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want any idiots on here. You can tell by first thing you come through the gates, this is what we've built it to without being too arrogant. We built this as premium. We want it the best we can.
You can absolutely see it just from coming in. Even I went to the bathrooms before.
Yeah.
Just nice. There's a bar here.
Yeah.
You know, was that where we're making the cabin? Was that a tackle shop as well?
Yeah. The cabin's a bit of a bait shop, that kind of thing.
Bait shop.
You know, it's got a bit of things in there. We've also got, like I say, you mentioned the bar. We've got leisure things as well. Like next door, we own a touring park as well. We've got holiday homes for sale. You know, it's all going on, but we do try and keep the fishery in with that, but a bit separate. Obviously, we aren't going to let random people walk around the fishery. This is a very private fishery, but I think it's a privilege to be on in such a great area.
It is. It is. So I know the price because I've come today.
Yeah.
So if you're coming for a day session on foxes,
so it's all bookable by swim booker, but if you're looking for 2 rods on fox for the day, it's £20. Now, for what you get for £20, some might think it's a bit too less, some might think it's a bit too much, but
I don't think it's
in my opinion, for what you're getting beautifully gravelled swims, a nice little location. You've all got a feature to fish to, carp to 40 and cats to 70. Fully booked to the brim at the minute. It was very lucky for you to get on.
Yeah.
But that's what we want. We want to try and make it the best we can, and with prices, you know, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely, you do. You're absolutely right, Jayden. And then, do you do 20? Can people do 24s and 48s?
You can do as long as you want on this fishery. It's a day ticket water, but it has to be booked. So your 24-hour is £35 for 2 rods and 40 for free.
See that? I don't think that's expensive at all, especially for
it's
this.
It's about your growing rate. It usually goes, if you've got 20-pounders in your lake, it's £20. If you've got 30s, it's 30. If you've got 40s, it's £40.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's incredible. And one thing that I do like about this place as well is when I got here this morning and I looked, there's a menu, and I ordered a sausage, bacon and egg sandwich to the peg.
It's good.
To the peg. He did say I can go meet him on the car park, but then he just came around in his cart and drops it off. And that was banging food, that.
That's what you want, isn't it?
Absolutely banging
the food delivered to your peg, and it's just the extra privilege that we have, with having a bar on site and stuff like that, which every angler's welcome to. Even if you're not fishing, you can come down and, have a few pints and speak to some of the anglers that are on, find a bit of insight about the fishery. If you do want to have a walk around, you have to message me or come to me, and I'll say yes or no. Obviously, I don't want too many people walking around. I'm trying to keep it private, do you know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely. So, Jayden, can you give me any insider tips for anglers that may want to fish this place for the carp or the cats?
Tips for anglers. So, when you arrive at the fishery, the first thing I'd do is have a walk around. Now, everyone thinks the bowl is this secluded area where all the fish go to. At the minute, it's a bit opposite. They do tend to come out of the bowl a bit more than the main lake, but at the minute, the fish are moving around. So when you get here in the morning, you want to be looking for fizzes, fish jumping, reeds moving, just the odd bit of signs. Then you've got to find the substrate on the bottom. So whether you're fishing in silt, gravel or clay, what kind of depth you're in, then you want to be thinking about a rig suitable for that bottom. So if I was fishing in silt, I'd be going for something like a slip D, but if there's a bit of siltweed on the bottom, maybe a little pop-up or a wafter just to sit above that weed. And then you've just got to, you've got to locate where the fish are, put a rig by the fish for what bottom they're on, and then choose a bait that is relative to that rig. And then that, in 90% of the time, that's all you can do. And you just got to bait and wait. You get people running around to you 20 minutes after being here. I haven't caught anything, I haven't done this. Sometimes you've got to trust in what you're using.
Trust the process.
Yeah, big question is, frequently asked questions is, what bait works? Now, the fish. If you've caught on a bait before, it's going to work again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just the biggest tip, to be honest.
Is there a particular bait you feed the lake with, or do you?
We've got a house pellet.
House pellet.
Now, that is a bait that I would definitely put in your armoury on here. The fish have been fed on it all their lives, and especially in kingfisher, since they were little fry that big, they've been fed on this pellet all their lives, from 2mm pellets all the way to 8mm. They've been fed on it, and that's why they're so big. They absolutely love it.
That's amazing. That's a really good to know. That good to know. Okay, what about rules for the lakes then?
So rules, everyone has different rules. I think there's about 16 rules on the fishery. The main ones, they're very simple. Don't leave any rubbish is my main one. I absolutely hate rubbish. Anyone that breaks any rules on this fishery, they will be banned straight away. And
so they should, and named and shamed, I would say as well.
It's as simple as that, We're trying to, at the end of the day, some people, obviously as a fishery, you've got to remove some people off your fishery. It's going to happen one day. But 90% of the time, all our anglers are great.
Yeah.
Like yourself, you've come up to me, you've asked everything about the fishery, you've rang up about the rules. I will stay on the phone with you for hours if it means that my fish are going to be safe when you arrive. So we are a barbless only fishery.
Yeah.
There's no fixed threads, no rubbish left, and it's just your general rules like your wading, your minimum pound breaking, strain a line. They're all just very basic, but they have to be followed. But that does get sent to every single morning by text, which you would have got sent.
Yes. Yeah, I did, yeah.
Main one is dip your nets and cradle as well, but I am looking to potentially bring my own nets and cradles in, just when I get the chance to this winter, hopefully.
Oh, so you supply them, you mean?
I will be doing, yes.
Right, there's another fishery in Wales that does that, and it's actually quite a cool idea. It just stops.
It just prevents diseases like KHV, carp pox, all that kind of stuff that can harm your fish. It prevents.
Yeah, yeah.
And with everything going out with the fishery at the minute, with all the work going on, with all the money coming in and out, it is something that we're going to be looking at.
Right, Jayden, thank you so much for having a chat to us today about this amazing fishery, Coole Acres in Nantwich in Cheshire. If you want to have a premium level fishery with pristine fish, great staff, and I mean, I haven't even talked about the pegs yet, but the pegs are so spacious, gravelled, really, really nice. Just a lovely place and a lovely setting in Cheshire, then come to Coole Acres and check it out. Thanks for talking to me, man.
Thank you very much, new salesman. No, but if you do need to know anything, my phone number is attached on our Google. Just search us up and my phone number's on there. But it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you, and I look forward to speaking to many of you in the future.
Happy days.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, guys.